Assalamu alaikum. How are you, Farzana?
Walaikum salam. Alhamdulillah, and yourself, Hawa?
All good, alhamdulillah. Thank you so much for joining me here today. It's lovely to have you in studio.
Oh, it's an honor and a privilege to be in your company.
Farzana, let's dive straight into it. Who is Farzana Mayet and where did the story begin?
Okay, so a daughter of Lenasia, born and brought up in Lenasia, still residing in Lenasia, schooled at Lenasia Secondary Park Primary School and then Lenasia Secondary School. My childhood years was very much a nerd, the one that always kept things together, the one that always was the teacher's pet, the one that always wanted to complete everything on time. I remember very fondly that my parents loving to go and attend fair parents meetings because they would always gloat in front of all the parents because the teachers would only have nothing but praise to say about their child. When there's free periods, she's the one sitting in one corner finishing all her homework and things like that. But obviously, I think that evolves with time. I have very, very fond memories of my wonderful childhood growing up with incredibly supportive parents and who have been really, really instrumental in me being what I am today as well.
Okay, that's lovely. So being the nerd child that you were, I take it that you were an introvert at that point?
Definitely. I had many friends, but there was like two best friends that I had. I would limit my contact because at that time, I knew my focus was then studies, being the best. And I always loved coming out on top. I think the competitive spirit started then already, that I always wanted to be the best and be above average. So I was quite an introvert. You are quite right at that. I was an introvert.
So moving from an introvert to the confident extrovert that you now are, what was the change for you and how did you get to that?
Honestly, I have no idea because once I finished school, directly after school, I married the love of my life. We got proposed, we got married. I got married at the age of 19.
Okay.
So I don't know how that evolved with time because I've always been an introvert. And I think, getting employed in a telecommunications company, I think that brought out now the extrovertedness because you're meeting more and more different people every day. So I think that's where the extroverted came out. And then the rest they say is history. I have no idea. But if you ask my school friends who meet me right now, they say, we cannot believe this is you. We really cannot. So it's quite shocking for many who knew me then to see the transition of the Farzana that is now.
It's a great transition. I know you said that your family played a big role in supporting you. So the relationships that you have are the heart of your life's philosophy. Why is it that your family is your most influential people?
They've been the backbone of my every success. Very earlier on, I remember when my son was born, I decided to resign and be a home executive. And each day my husband would come home from work and I'd explain to him, this is what my son Muhammad did. This is what he achieved. And like I was always wanting to be at the top, I wanted the very same for my son. So pushing him to be the best, like the spelling bee champion, etc., etc. And my husband would always ask me after every conversation, what did you do for yourself? I would always answer, I would say, that's quite a stupid question because I'm living through my son. He said, no. What are you doing for Farzana? I said, okay, fine. When my son reaches matric, I'll see what I need to do. Then he said, no, the time is now. I know you are destined for bigger and better things. What is it that you want to achieve for yourself? So when my daughter was born, when she's turned 6, and then my mom said, right, now is the time. Let's stop procrastinating. What are you going to now do for yourself? Both kids are in school. Both are busy with their lives. What are you going to do for Farzana? I said, what is there that I can do? And she said to me, you need to do something for yourself. She and my husband chorused the same song together for over like 10 years to me. And I never really took it seriously. But then I said, okay, fine. Let me find something that I'm really passionate about, which is people, which is doing things extravagantly, which is doing things because I'm a perfectionist at heart. I love to do things the best way, one time, every time. So I said, okay, fine, let me try events. And that was the birth of Panach International in March 2014. And the rest, they say, is history. I started an events company, but I wanted to give my best in every event. And I think, that shone through. And then I started with concerts, local concerts, tribute shows. And then my first Bollywood event happened, bringing international artists into South Africa.
Okay.
I started with my first boy band, Sanam. I brought them into South Africa. And I remember how seeing them on stage, I could not stop crying because I couldn't believe I actually achieved this.
Wow.
So that was a big milestone for me in 2017 when I brought them into the country. It was amazing. And then I started to bring in more Bollywood events, and then the WOW happened. The birth of the WOW was in 2015, where we hosted our first annual Woman of Wonder Awards in a small local hall in Beitu Nur in Indonesia. And we had the likes of Zuleka Mandela attend, Catherine Constantinidis attend the first one. We had like many influential, really, really amazing, empowering, inspiring women that, came to the fore and said, look, we believe in this. Because I said, this is something I'm passionate about. Being with the company, the telecommunications company, I would often be invited to events where women in MD positions, in CEO positions would get awarded and recognized. Being a CEO myself, I see the hard work and dedication that goes into your passion project. However, I felt the distinct need and the vast difference that why is it that ordinary, extraordinary women are not being awarded and recognized? They're doing just as much hard work. They're putting in just as much effort, but where's the recognition for them? Not that anyone does things for validation. Don't get me wrong. But the thing is, it's always nice to show someone that, we do appreciate you. We are watching what you're doing. And here's a token of our appreciation to say, thank you. And not only that, I solely believe, your network is your net worth. And with the WOW brand, we have been able to create so many successful collaborations. I cannot tell you. So the birth of Panach International as the umbrella, and then the Woman of Wonder followed in succession, and then getting invited by different countries, mind you. It's not just we pitch up at a country and we decide to do these awards events. It's by invitation that we got invited to the UK, to Mauritius, to Dubai. And soon we head off to India as well. We did our first annual international award as well in Qatar, and that was a resounding success. So it's been really, really amazing. We've even got an invitation from India, which we're going to head to next year.
That sounds so adventurous.
It is. And not only that, with the WOW Awards, our local women here that are getting award nationally do then get an opportunity to go internationally and receive the accolade. And what this does is it's a collaboration. I always tend to say, and this is something that I repeat at every award show, I cannot stress this enough. Competition is dead. Collaboration is key. You've got to collaborate with the next woman to build your brand up. And I always tend to say this, let's collaborate and bring each other together. And with the international brands, women are able to attain much more in their various spheres of careers.
So by receiving awards, and I know you've received several, is that why the Women of Wonder awards are so important, are so close to your heart?
No, I think, like I mentioned, attending awards functions, I saw a distinct difference. So I felt that, the awards that I received came much afterwards, after the Woman of Wonder brand was born. But I felt that, there was a starking difference. And I felt that that's totally wrong. You don't have to own a business. You don't have to, be a CEO or being a higher ranking woman to achieve an award. Why is it so? That shouldn't be the case. Someone that's doing great social work, an educator that's doing amazing work, why is it that they're not getting the recognition? And that's why I felt the need for the birth of the WOW Awards. And I cannot tell you, the reception of this awards has been incredible, Hawa.
And you started this company with absolutely no experience, right?
No experience whatsoever. Passion, grit, and, the determination that I'm going to make something of my brand. And I remember, when I approached this, the awards function to many people, some of them laughed at it, and a lot of them, and mind you, women laughed at the concept to say, why is it that you would want to award a woman awarding another woman? That's so crazy. Why would you want to do something like this? It was the males that are approached that were so open to the idea of assisting me in helping this grow. One of them is the chairman of the Women of Wonder, Mr. Yasin Valley, that saw the need with me to grow and expand this brand. And it's grown tremendously under the both of our leadership, and we're able to grow and expand it to great heights today.
And some of the challenges, having no experience, what was the challenges behind?
I think the greatest challenges is the school of life. And when I started this brand, I cannot tell you the amount of maliciousness I was met with. We're candid, we're talking openly, so I can openly say to you, everyone sees me as the successful businesswoman that's achieved so much, but they don't see the blood, sweat, and tears behind the scenes. And when I started the brand, it's very good that, she started something. It's pretty small. It's okay. It's not going to grow that big. And when you start your international Bollywood concerts, when you start going bigger than what any counterpart would see, that's where the competition starts.
Yes, you're a threat. Then.
You're a threat. You become a threat. It's been really, 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 really challenging because at every turn you would get met with a hurdle.
Yeah.
And I would just say, to anyone, encountering any kind of hurdles, any kind of setbacks in any form of business, because when you're a threat, you become a target. It's as simple as that.
Yes.
So you've just got to, have a thick skin, learn to not let anything get to you, and treat your business as your baby.
Yeah.
Because when you treat it as your baby, you're going to only focus on yourself, not focus on what the outside world is saying and the noise that's coming from the outside.
Have you seen a difference since giving the award to the woman? Have you seen a difference in the woman?
Oh, absolutely. I cannot tell you. Once the awards functions are concluded, how our offices are inundated with emails from ladies saying, you have no idea. In 2022 in Cape Town, we had the Cape Town Wow Awards, and our offices sent out emails, obviously, to the nominees who got nominated. And we immediately received an email back. Yeah. That I was busy, I was on the verge right this moment to commit suicide. And I received this email to validate me, to show me I'm important. Wow. And because now I'm getting something like this, the recognition that I so needed to hear, because I felt like I was a nothing and a nobody. I'm going to go on and achieve. And this woman is really, really making difference in her fields right now. And I'm so proud.
Yeah.
There's have been extremely tremendous change in the woman, because the award itself, yes, it's recognition. It's saying to you that, look, we see you. There's a platform that's applauding your achievements for the formidable impact that you've made, for empowering and inspiring another individual. But what it does for your inner self-confidence, I've seen it. Women blossom tenfold. Because then they come out of their shell. They want to network with the next woman. They want to grow. They want to achieve much more. Because from the Woman of Wonder, you then receive the Visionary Award. From the Visionary, then you receive the International Award. So it's always constantly something for you to work harder at.
And it's easier.
And they want to achieve so much more. And I must reiterate that, each to its own. There's been many awards functions that has now cropped up, and that's good. We've now been established 1,000 women and over the past 10 years. Alhamdulillah, it's grown from strength to strength. But we're an awards function that you're not buying your award.
Yes.
I particularly I particularly hate that. And my chairman shares in that vision as well. Why is it that women are asked to pay for an award? Why is it? If you see that I'm good enough, why is it that I need to pay for my accolade? It's like I can go to the shop and I can purchase an award, and then it's totally defeating the prestige, the prime, the eloquence of the brand.
Yes.
That is why, when we sent out, especially this year as well, our criteria has been so strict and stringent. We received so many emails to say, now we know we made it because now we've received the WOW Award.
Yeah.
And it's not only for the Indian community, it's all across.
Okay. Do you see an equal amount of respect from the men when receiving this?
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. The men are not very vocal about receiving, the appreciation. But yes, you can see the difference. Okay. You can see the difference where they say, they're feeling much more, validated by receiving this. And it's something that adds to their accolades.
Yeah.
So yeah, they are, but not as much, yes.
And how do you balance your work life, building a new business, having young children? And what would you say to women trying an entrepreneurship in the same field like you?
Okay, so I have, and I'm in no way promoting this because it's really, really toxic. I sleep 3 to 4 hours only. I'm in no way promoting this, but that's just how I am.
Yeah.
From the birth of Panach, and I've got to be totally honest to you, from the birth of Panach, I felt that this is my third child. Until I don't take on the world globally with this brand, I'm not going to rest. So it's not coming from a point where I'm pushing myself that I feel so tired and I'm pushing and continuously pushing. I don't know where's the time going. So in doing so, I sleep 4 hours max, get up, I sort out the kids, and everything is done by myself, mind you. Okay, there is helpers at home that is busy seeing to other aspects, but then obviously seeing to the kids because I'm hands-on. I have to make sure that every need of my kids are taken care of.
Okay.
And the most important thing, how I think, is the support.
Yeah.
You know, if you have a supportive family, you have a supportive husband, you have supportive parents, I think it makes life's journey so much more easier. And supportive in-laws as well who believe in your vision as well.
Yeah.
So I think my day starts off pretty early, you know, seeing to the kids, delegating tasks to my staff, and then obviously seeing what's difficult task. To anyone that is struggling right now, I would say finish, and I know this sounds really bad, but finish the most difficult tasks first in the morning. I know it seems you're going to get to it later, but the most difficult task that it seems too tedious and too difficult to take on, take that on first. And I promise you, your day will go on so much more easier. I've been doing it. It's tried and tested and it works wonders. Yeah. So it's very easy when you have the support structure. Cooking, cleaning. Okay, cleaning, that's the staff. I have a team for that. But I mean, cooking and everything is done by myself. I've got to take care of that early in the morning. Then I go about my day. You know, and no 2 days are the same because every day you get different challenges because you're running your own business.
Of course, yeah.
Every meetings and crisis, containing crisis and all of that, it's all done. And everything has to be seen to by myself and approved first before it goes out there. So I think we all get the same 24 hours. You've got to rest. It works for me. 3 hours or 4 hours of sleep works for me. It will not work for the next person. But you've got to be determined. If you're starting something, please have the passion and the power and the determination to want to make it work. Don't just say, I'm starting something. Okay, I need money, so I'm starting this. I need to get by. I'm starting this. Find what is your passion and make it your purpose. Yeah. Because I promise you, if you make your passion your purpose, you're never going to work a day in your life. And that's one of my favorite quotes. If you love what you do, you're never going to work a day in your life. And I don't feel, even Saturdays, Sundays, I don't feel that, you know what, I'm actually working because I love what I do and I'm so passionate about it. Yeah. So to anyone wanting to venture out into any form of business, please just be determined, have that hard work, and have a thick skin. You know, there's going to be haters. There's going to be people that's going to want to put you down. And, you know, contrary to me being a champion for women empowerment and wanting to see the next woman succeed, I was not met with that. I received hatred from women more than I can ever imagine, you know, because they saw me as a threat. They didn't want me to succeed. So please, remember, find your inner circle, find your 2 or 3 most closest companions and make that, you know, your existence, your bane of existence, because I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah. And how do you navigate through challenging times?
The Almighty Allah. You know, where I feel there's no way out, I'll always look to Him. And I think, you know, with everything that I've been through in the past 10 years, if you ask me, the birth of Panach's name, for example, I know we went to register the company. I can't even tell you because I don't even remember the 3 names that, you know, you've normally got to give 3 names and then it gets selected. But don't ask me. The 3 names that was put on there was not Panach.
Okay.
I don't know how Panach came about. I don't know how the name came to be. I have no idea. But I just know it was just before Jummah. And I said, Ya Allah, I'm leaving this company in your hands. I need you to guide me. I need your guidance. And that was the birth of Panach. Tawakkul in the Almighty Allah is so important. You know, I was talking earlier on about competition and, you know, where people feel so threatened. But it's so important for you to believe what's yours is not gonna, it's not gonna go to somebody else. Your risk is already written out for you. Yeah. So you've just got to be passionate. Have the greed to every day wake up and be the best that you can be. Because I promise you, if you're going to be the best that you can be, everybody else all around you is going to see it. They're going to see it. So be it any business that you're doing, anything that you undertake, give it your 500%.
Those are remarkable, profound words. What was the most profound compliment you've ever received?
Um, the most profound compliment I received was in one of the WOW Awards, where one of the ladies came up to me and she said to me, she cried. She actually cried after receiving her awards. And she said to me that, because she was HIV positive, nobody wanted to touch her. Nobody wanted to hug her. Nobody wanted to be close. But this woman was going out and feeding people and giving clothes and doing so much of social work. And when she came to receive her award, like, she stood far from me because she felt maybe I would not want to go in near her. And I hugged her. I gave her the award and she cried and she said, I don't know how, you don't know what a difference you've made to my life today. You don't know how much more loved you've made me feel today by just doing this. You don't talk the talk. You don't just talk the talk. You are doing what you're saying you're doing. You are really a champion for women's empowerment. And to that, I salute you. And I make dua for you every day that the Almighty must take your company from strength to strength, because you are not just one of those women that say you are empowering women, but mean something else. So that for me was really, really profound. And I must add, the different emails that we receive after that's the most thing I look forward to, Hawa. Not the awards itself, but the emails that we receive afterwards, because then you get to know what certain people are going through in their daily lives and how much you've really made a difference with the awards.
Yeah, I think
so. To all those ladies that constantly take the time to message our team, to constantly let us know what we're doing right and wrong. I thank you, because without you, the brand wouldn't be where it is today.
What is something that's misconceived about you?
That I love to travel. I love to be outdoors. I love my home. I love being at home. I so many people, because I'm surrounded by so many women, so many friends, I would say, and so many business associates. They always tend to tell me, "Oh man, you're living the life. You're so lucky. You get to go everywhere. I mean, today you're here, then the next day, next week you're in Mauritius, then the next week you're in Dubai. I'm loving your life. I mean, aren't you so lucky?" And I say to them, you know what? This is business. Had it not been for this, and alhamdulillah, I'm very grateful that I'm able to go and travel and extensively make a difference everywhere. And that's what I plan to do and take Panach globally. But the thing that's misconceived about me is that I love to be out. I love to travel. No, I love my home. That is my comfort zone. So much so that when the kids and hubby insist that, let's go somewhere, I would say, no, I need to be at home. I love my house. I love being at home, just sitting and chilling with my family. That to me is my peace and my zen.
That's nice. That's a nice place to be.
Absolutely. There's no place like home.
Yeah.
There is absolutely no place like home.
Was there ever a moment for you that brought you to your knees? Like it was overwhelming and you just felt like you couldn't cope?
Yeah, there was a lot of instances where I felt that, why am I actually doing this? When you met with so much of people that have so many negative things to say or create so many hurdles in your path. Like you've mentioned, and very aptly so, when you become a threat, you become a target. So, people that cannot achieve the status that you have or are already there but want to cut you down to size will try and, create false narratives and try and bring you really to your knees to say, you know what, I'm now giving up. I'm going cold turkey. So there was a lot of incidents. I can't just pinpoint one, but I'm saying in the entertainment industry especially, it's been really, really difficult. Okay, now it's gotten a bit better, but previously it was really difficult where constantly you would get met with challenges. Constantly, where I felt, why am I even doing this? Maybe let me just stick to my brand, my WOW Awards and my Man of Valor Awards, and I would just leave the entertainment industry totally because I just felt it was just too much. But then my husband and my kids and my mom would come and tell me, no, that's what they want. They want you to give up. You don't give up. You continue.
You need that determination.
You need, and trusting in the Almighty Allah that He'll see me through this. Give me the strength to see me through this, because there's many a times where I felt, there's no way out. There's no way out. I don't know what am I going to do, because venues would get cancelled all of a sudden. You already announced the artist, you announced the venue, for example, and you just get an email to say, oh no, sorry, the venue's cancelled because somebody else has pre-booked it. How do you,
Yes.
navigate that? It was really, really challenging, but now it's gotten a bit better. I think because I've grown a thicker skin,
Yes.
I've realized that, you need to just go with the flow. You've got to be the best that you can be in your field and just cut out the noise.
Yeah.
Whoever feels threatened by you, that's their problem.
Yeah.
You just need to be the best, and you need to just try and navigate the best way through whatever challenges you are faced with. And it's going to be everywhere. It's not even just in the entertainment industry with the awards. Anybody starting off anything, people are generally just programmed that way. That I don't know why. Don't ask me why, because that's something I would not be able to answer you. I have no idea why people are programmed to not be happy for the next person's success. And that is why I think how the WOW Awards is celebrated so much so, even in different countries, because it's a woman applauding another woman's achievements and saying, I see you and I want you to grow from strength to strength. And not often do you see something like this.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
To close off today, could you share with us some words of wisdom?
Okay. My favorite quote, words of wisdom, yes, but my favorite quote that I really, really resonate with is Audrey Hepburn. And that is, nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible. So please believe in yourself. Allah puts a thought in your mind for a reason. So if a thought is coming into your mind, it's there for a reason. It's been planted by the Almighty. Act upon it.
Yeah.
We can say Allah is there, Allah's going to provide, Allah's going to do it. But Allah's also giving you the tools now. I'm giving you the thought, put it into action. I can't now do everything for you. Please, if you've got something that you want to do, start it today. Don't put it off. There's a lot of people I know that may be watching this later and say, okay, now I've got a dream. I'm going to put it into action come the new year. No. Don't wait for the new year. If you've got a plan of action, do it right now. There's no better time like the present. And if you're passionate about something, find your passion and make it your purpose. Because I promise you, there's only success after that. Yes, there is failures. Every business, everything that you're going to try out. I'm not saying it's going to be 100% success rate and it's going to be all the time bed of roses. Absolutely not. But if you want to do something that hard, be determined. If you've got kids, you've got a family, learn to navigate around it. We've all got, like I said, the same 24 hours. Find which is your best time during the day to get the most difficult task done. Do it then. Everything in moderation. And I promise you, there's no way your business is going to fail. There's no way you're not going to achieve success. Just be very determined, have a thick skin, and be prepared to put in the hard work. Nothing ever comes without hard work.
I can see your passion for it. Thank you so much for joining me today. It was an absolute pleasure having you here.
It was a privilege and honor, Hawa. Thank you so much.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.